Hi everyone, welcome to my weekly messages. I'm Jalila Starr. Today the topic is financial security during stormy economic times. This topic came to me from my weekend reunion with my family, my brothers and my mother and I, and what happened to be discussed most of the time. And anytime my brothers get together, my brothers are very opinionated. They're, most of them are entrepreneurs. I have a family of entrepreneurs just about. And we have, they get into these very tense political and economic discussions. Now, one teaches economics at a local college, but another one is just as versed in economics. And, so it's kind of interesting to sit on the sidelines and watch it. I've learned not to get into that fray. I'm telling you, it would be like a dog fight, and I would not come out on the good end of that. So I just kind of stay out of it and listen. But what really got to me was the fact that my brothers, they're all concerned. They see the way the country is going, and without that perspective that you and I have, it just leaves them shaking their heads and in fear. I mean, one of my brothers has like 30 employees in his business. It's like, how is he going to make it if Obama does this or if Obama does that? And at the same time, we're facing what could be a more of a challenge, because with the other topic we were discussing is how to take care of our mother. Our mother is 80 years old, and she's going to be wheelchair bound before long. And if Medicare gets cut, if a lot of the programs get cut, that's going to affect her, which means my brothers and I pick up more of the tab for her. So we're looking at all the different options. So where that left me at the end of the weekend was just, I so wanted my brothers to be able to know what I know, but you can't just go in and share this stuff with them. You can't share with them some solutions, some higher, dimensional solutions, because they didn't ask, and therefore they're not ready. But regardless, so one of the things that they were talking about was which way the economy was going to go. That was a big part of the discussion. And, they said, well, basically we have, after all their midnight talk, they were up till 3 a.m. just about talking about this stuff. They said we were going to go one of two ways. We're either going to go hyperinflation or hyperdeflation. Well, if it's hyperinflation, one of my brothers has 5 rental properties, and, he's actually having to pay the part that isn't being covered by rent, because he happens to live in an area that is economically more depressed than other areas. So it was bad news for him. Had 2008 not happened and the bottom came, dropped out of the economy, he would have been sitting pretty. But now he is scrambling to make up the difference between what the rents are and, what's owed to the bank every month. So had that not happened, he would have been fine. But right now, he's just really hurting. And he said, well, if we go hyperinflation, I'm going to be okay, because housing prices are going to go skyrocketing. Of course, a loaf of bread's going to skyrocket too. So the housing industry will recover, but the people on fixed incomes like my mom are going to hurt, because now a loaf of bread goes from $3 to $10. So it's going to be very hard on that sector of the country. But then if it goes deflation, then that means the bottom's going to drop out of the housing market even more. Now and then of course the prices are going to ratchet down. So that's going to help my mom, who's on a fixed income, and people who have limited funds. But here's the problem: if the housing, if the housing market tanks, really bad, that is one of the main primary parts of a country's economy, is their housing market. If it does not recover, there's a lot of other things connected to the housing market that will also suffer. So either way, we're not looking very good. But then at the end, they were just they were still worried. They all left here. They hugged each other goodbye, but you could tell that they were worried about the future in a way that we haven't been worried in a long time. And like I said, I wish I could have just shouted at them, there is a solution. It isn't about trying to figure out, what to buy. One is buying a gold and silver and liquor, because he says, if the economy tanks, you can always trade for liquor, because people are going to do certain things no matter what the economy is. They're going to buy alcohol to medicate their pain. They're going to need to eat. They're going to need water, and they're going to want to keep, buying. So they're discussing what they should buy. One's going to buy property. One's going to buy, it's just crazy. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you're going to know what to do if you have good intuition. You don't even have to necessarily be able to communicate with your guides. You just have to have good intuition, because that is your guides communicating. And the way to do that, and this is a solution I wanted to tell them, was emotional clearing. Because emotional clearing not only clears away your fears so you don't attract them, which means when certain things happen, you'll be impulsed to act out of fear, and that will be the wrong decision. It also cleans out the channel, or the communication link between you and your guides through intuition. So if you're doing emotional clearing, not only are you eliminating the fears, you're also heightening the accuracy of your intuition, so that when your guides speak to you and go this way or go that way, or this is a good decision, that they give you impulses to do certain things, or they keep putting messages in your head over the same thing, about the same thing, you pick them up, and you pick them up more accurately. So the solution is, it's not about what to buy now or being worried about the future. It's about being able to clear the line between you and your guidance, so that when that moment happens that you need to make a decision to keep you safe or to keep you economically healthy, you know what to do, and you're not muddled by all this other stuff. Unresolved anger, shame, bitterness, resentment, remorse, they're all static on the channel. So if you don't clear the line or clear the channel, you're not going to get good guidance. So that really is a solution. And that way, you can just keep focusing on the now, keep focusing on being happy and vibing that happiness, because the more you put out of a positive nature, the more you'll get back. Keep doing your emotional clearing, keep clearing the line. And as these things come down the pike, and they're saying in 90 days, we're going to know which way the economy is going to go, because the government has to pass its new budget. You're going to be okay. So once again, it all comes back to emotional clearing. How I wish I could have given them that peace of mind, but I can't. They're not ready. All I can do is share it with you. So that's it for today. Have a good week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.